What's going on? This video is definitely fair use. Why'd you take it down? And they're like, oh, it's too much of the movie is in the review. And I was like, really? I don't really think so. I thought it was fine. Doesn't matter what I think. They're the ones with the power here. So they didn't care. I said, hey, can you like remove the strike? I'll take down the video. They said, sure. They never did. I just had to wait it out. I told them, like, the creators like the review. Can you talk to them? Can we work something out here, please? They said, sure. We're going to a movie festival. I think it was Cannes or however you say it. And then they said, when we get back, we'll talk to you. 1 month passed. 2 months passed, 3 months passed. And I was like, I'm not hearing back from these guys. This video is history. It's never coming back. And that really sucks. I liked the movie. I was proud of the video. It did really well. Again, broke 1 million views, just like Glob Go Gab Galab. And also I was excited about reviewing other movies and shows from the studio. But guess what? I wouldn't even touch them, even with 6 feet of social distancing. Legit, I don't want to be anywhere near these movies. From the studio, from the distributors, no, we're done. That's how you lose me. Sorry I gave you free advertising to an audience who had no idea what movie this was. My bad. What the fuck? And then finally, we have the weirdest video removal of them all. The dark side of YouTube Kids. In May of 2017, I uploaded this video to my channel. Leading up to that point, I did a bunch of research about this strange new wave of content on YouTube. It was like kid cartoons with Mickey Mouse, with Spider-Man, with Elsa. I think the term assigned to it was Elsagate. You had this weird wave of cartoons, of shows, of basically content that was disguised as stuff for kids. But when you watched it, it's like surgery and bugs and people getting hurt. And it was not legit. It was truly awful. Just awful garbage stuff being made by folks to capitalize on the curiosity of children. Kids who are like, oh no, what's happening to Elsa? I want to watch. Or why is Minnie Mouse getting bugs put on her feet? And kids click on this stuff. They don't know. They have no idea what they're doing. They're dumb kids. So I wanted to raise public awareness about this trend of cartoons, because it got to the point where even my sisters who have kids were like, hey, Steven, we're seeing this really weird stuff on YouTube now. What's that about? And I was like, I don't know. Let me look into it. And that was the point. I wanted to let people know about this type of content and how crass and lowbrow it is, and how it just wanted to get views from unsuspecting children and parents. The video went out, it did really well, broke 1 million views. Again, there's a trend here. I think when my video gets enough views, it starts to make the people in charge go, hey, hold on a second, those views belong to us. Not realizing that for the Glob Go Gab Galab, free advertising. For Ronald the Barbarian, free advertising. But for this one, I can see how it's different because I'm raising public awareness, but still, I like to think it was a just cause, and YouTube, it's like you're punching up against them. And also, I think that they should have been held to it, because that content that they were allowing on their site was downright awful. So here is where my theory begins. This is where I put my tinfoil hat on and tell you all how YouTube was out to get me. Okay, you ready for this one? You ready for the drama? I told you all I released this video in 2017, okay? 1 year passed, 2 years passed, okay? In 2019, and like, I think it was November or September, I think it was September, all of a sudden, my video was removed and there was no trace of it. You click on the link and it's just like, this video has been removed. And I'm like, what happened? Excuse me? I can't even appeal this. It's gone. And I was just bewildered. I didn't know what happened. Well, eventually YouTube was like, oh, we did a manual review on this video, and it turns out it violates community guidelines, so we had to remove it. And also, to be safe, we also put an age restriction on the video too, even though you can't even watch it because it's been removed. You know, just to be safe. What the hell, YouTube? This video was to raise awareness. The content that I used in my video was to let other folks know about the stuff that you were letting slide. What happened? I was confused. I was so bewildered and just flabbergasted. So that being said, at least there wasn't a copyright strike on my channel. They were like, oh, we won't do that. We'll just take the video. It felt like they just wanted to erase this from existence. Then it clicked with me, because I was wondering for months, why did this happen? I got my answer. At least I think I have my answer. This is my theory. Remember the COPA stuff, where YouTube all of a sudden went Puritans on our ass? And they were like, oh, kids must be protected. We must let audiences know what content is for adults, what content's for kids. If it is for a kid audience, you can't comment on the video. You have to be super clean. We have higher strict rules now. We have to keep it clean for the kids. This is YouTube. We're a family-friendly site. Where did this come from? Where was this change of heart? It's because COPA is a law and the FTC wants to enforce it. The FTC sued YouTube and Google back in like November of 2019 or something. And basically the lawsuit was Google and YouTube, they were caught stealing information, taking information from children viewers without the consent of their parents. You can't do that. So all that information they're taking, passing it off to other folks, probably for advertising and demographics and marketing, whatever. And then the FTC is like, we're suing you for $170 million, which, let's be real here, the money that YouTube made from taking information probably eclipses $170 million for them. That's chump change for them. So they made off like bandits. But then the FTC was like, you guys need to be held to a higher like standard, clean up your act, and also be held accountable to COPA, which is why YouTube freaked out a few months ago trying to, well, I say a few months ago, about a year ago, trying to change YouTube, being like, oh, we have to be child friendly or not. We don't know. That was such like a weird era for YouTube. It's still weird. Do you all want adult content? Because for a while it was like, no. But then the kid stuff happened and it's like your channel has to be either for kids or adults. So it's like, what is going on? There is an identity problem going on with YouTube.
Oh my gosh, oh my
It's
gosh, oh my
still
gosh, oh my
going on
gosh,
to
oh my
this
gosh!
day. I think they're trying to figure out what they want to do to maximize their profits. That's my theory. And in the process of YouTube trying to figure that out, I think they realized, oh, these kid cartoons, these creepy ones, get rid of them, hide them. We have to get rid of it. Because for a good long while, these things were just everywhere, like brazenly so, just out in the open. Now it's harder to find this stuff. The kid cartoons that do exist on YouTube are a lot better. Admittedly so, the objective of cleaning up this garbage has been somewhat achieved. So I guess it's a bit of a, what do they call it? A Pyrrhic victory for me, where it's like, we won, but at what cost? But still, it's like, I think YouTube saw my video. I think they realized I was raising points that made them look bad. Possibly, maybe the people who did the lawsuit, the ones who were prosecuting them, used my video as evidence. I don't know, that's probably not the case. But it felt like YouTube saw my video and said, yeah, this garbage, get rid of it. We never did such things. We're completely clean and Christian and holy in the eyes of God. And of course the FTC, because we gotta get that sweet, sweet money, but legally so. Wink, wink, wink. So that's my tinfoil hat theory. I guess the main reason why I err on the side of conspiracy here is that my video stayed up for 2 years. 2 years with nothing happening to it. And then it wasn't until 2019, after the COPA stuff started to fall on their radar for YouTube, where it was taken down manually and very suspiciously, where it was just gone. So that's my theory. That's what I think happened. So yeah, you've got the Globgo Gabgalab, which was a personal grudge from the creator telling me to take down the video. That's what happened with that. Roland the Barbarian was a bunch of suits from a distribution company not realizing the power of advertising with YouTube videos, doing it for free, reaching in the millions, out of touch dummies who take down my videos and then gave me a copyright strike. And then of course, the dark side of YouTube kid cartoons, which was just straight up erased. And I think it was because YouTube was embarrassed. That's what I think. Now, there is a counterpoint to that, because there are other videos for ElsaGate that are out on YouTube and they were never touched. It was my video though that was sniped out. which is why I believe that there's like this person at YouTube constantly watching my channel, making sure I stay in my lane. And if I ever veer out of my lane, they're like, boom, take that video down. So, yep, I get videos that are blocked for copyright claims. That happens. I get videos that I can't monetize because of, again, copyright claims. That happens. But these 3 videos in particular all suffered unique fates, and there you go, folks. That's what happened. I wish I could re-upload them, but copyright strikes scare the hell out of me. And then this one was just way out of my hands. It was like ripped out of existence, and it was done by the big boys of YouTube themselves, so I'm powerless. That being said, I'm trying to do everything I can moving forward, being honest with myself, making genuine, good content that falls into fair use, and I just want to be able to make content that my audience, you guys, can enjoy without being obliterated by the powers that be. So there you go. That is just the nature of the beast, and it sucks. Hey folks, just wanted to give a big shout out to this video sponsor, Raycon Earbud.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what's gonna run out at me.
What's living in there?
Penis right there.
What?
Yeah, junior penis. Yeah.
Great.
Big paint right here, baby.
Firecracker.
Okay. Hey, do you have a lighter? Shay. What the heck? You gotta throw it in and not on it. Oh, we gotta see some aliens.
Something important?
This tire won't fit my car.
It won't fit your car, babe?
Tommy found something.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
I got, baby.
Why would you put it so close to me?
The worst part is the damn fuse is burnt out. Just light the whole paper in there like that. Fuck! Come on, alien.
It's an improvement, Donnie.
MFer.
This is life changing right here. Oh.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Come on. Almost there. Trying. You can smell the gunpowder.
We're about to win a Darwin Award, I think.
I think so.
It's an improvement, Donnie.
I'm just waiting for this thing all of a sudden to light up. That was worth a shot. We had to light the alien.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
car don't have nothing to burn out.
No burn.
That's pretty epic.
Squished him
It's
though.
an improvement, darling.
Yeah.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
You trying?
Just wait a minute. Okay, so this is Big Mike trying to start
It's an
his,
improvement, darling.
Oh! Yeah! That thing is on its last leg.
It's an improvement, darling.
You just spent 5 minutes trying to start it. You got Sarah's inhaler? Dude, that's my inhaler. No. Oh.
Not yet. It would have broken in half.
Nice bathtub.
It's
Thank
an
you.
improvement, darling.
The trailer actually is not a bathtub.
I'm sorry.
Trailer.
Didn't mean to insult it.
No, it's okay. It looks like a bathtub, but it's really a trailer.
Yeah. All right. The artillery has been moved over, except for one. And Shayla, what did we find?
Black Widow.
Yeah. So, out here in California, these are the guys that we got to worry about.
It's an improvement, darling.
Yeah. It's right. Doesn't that Black Widow look like?
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
I think it might be laying eggs or something. It's eating something.
I think you might be right about the eggs.
Do you have a flashlight?
There is shit living in these cars. Hi.
That worked a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah. Thanks, Grandma. So we're just about done here. We're just really tomorrow gonna be getting tires and probably killing Black Widows, and that'll be our whole thing that we're doing. I think Shayla's. What are you gonna paint your car up as? Nice. I'm excited. Tommy, do we have a battery count? In the grand scheme, we didn't have a lot of work to do.
I don't even know what we did and accomplished other than move things around. But I know that going into tonight, tonight, it's past midnight.
Huh?
So going into tonight, it's the same old usual from low budget TV and the low budgets, where we just literally have walked in on Friday, looked at what we had to do on Saturday, and hopefully we get it done Saturday to race on Saturday night. Does that sound like a good roundup?
That sounds about right. Shayla, you ready? All right. Well, you ready?
Yeah, we're gonna be ready, I think.
We don't have a choice because Mike Atkinson is on his way over.
Here he comes.
In one of the crappiest golf carts I've ever heard.
Keep moving trash cans.
Well, folks, it's time for night of destruction. And folks, buckle up because we don't even know what runs, what doesn't run. We don't know what's gonna happen. And that's part of the fun. See you tomorrow. Ah!
Hello, everybody. It's been a long time since we did a public live stream on YouTube. Hello, I'm Drummer Shy. I am the worst brony musician you have ever seen in the world, and this is my partner in crime, Tri-Trot.
I know nothing about music. I have nothing to do with this.
Hello, everybody. Oh, shoot. It's been a long time since we did. Well, where can we begin with this? No, not kittens. That's a video for a different
Yes,
time.
we are watching kittens. Shut up.
Alright. Well, you probably know why we're here and why you have come for this special occasion. Well,
No, they do not.
well, it's been over a year since the last BronyCon. I know pretty much how you all feel. Sad, lonely. Oh, sad life, sad anime death. We decided to do a little treat. Now, there is an upcoming video on Tri-Trot's channel where we dissect Jenny Nicholas's video. Just want to make it pointedly clear, don't hate any person whatsoever. It's just we are criticizing.
I hate you.
Well, I hate you too. Go to hell.
Yeah. Great. All right, good start. We're having a good start so far. Nice.
Yes. So, we decided when we watched this documentary, we were like, the Jenny Nicholas opinion, not the autopsy. Again, this is her opinion. It is not an autopsy.
It was an autopsy at the beginning.
It was an autopsy, yes, but near the second half, it was just an opinion, and it was being spiteful and shit.
If I may, I'd like to give like a little bit of an explanation on what we're probably going to be doing.
Take it away, Tri-Trot.
Yeah. Okay. So we watched Jenny Nicholas, Jenny's video.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
What she did talk about was this documentary made from John Delancey, and she hated it, and she used a lot of the footage from the from that film to, like, you know, drop some points or something like that. But both of us felt like it was taken out of context. So what we are probably going to do is we are going to watch this documentary so that we could get the full context and we could see if Jenny is justified or not, whether she should hate it.
Yeah.
Or she shouldn't. That's basically what we're doing right now.
And if you're somebody like me who joined the fandom back in 2011, you saw this documentary, you knew, oh, this is the greatest documentary since, I don't know, probably since, what were the documentaries back in 2012?
How am I supposed to know? I mean, there was one definitely made by Claire Corlett, I think that was.
Yeah, that was like a small mini one. But there was one by Ashley Ball. Man, that Ashley Ball one aged.
Yeah, there are so many documentaries.
Let me tell you what, that Ashley Ball one aged like cheese.
Cheese or fine wine, take your pick.
Actually, it aged like shit because we knew one person in that fucking documentary is now a...
It's all mine.
How can I say it? Dishonorable brony musician.
What was his name?
You probably know because I posted it on Twitter.
I don't like watching Twitter.
Okay, so as you all probably know this by now, but Mando Pony is now a pedophile and completely destroyed and ruined this fandom 8 years later.
Not completely, but yeah. Also, we got 8 likes already. I think we know the drill. Like, if we get 10 or 15, make a meme or something like that.
No, we're not gonna meme. This is legitimately serious. We're gonna try and get a recap from this documentary because there is a lot of stuff from this documentary that is accurate today, but most of it is very outdated, and a lot of stuff has changed over the years. So we're gonna be doing our best to make sure we get you the best commentary from like a regular commentary DVD or something like that. Something along those lines. Try to be a little bit more lenient on the on the more aspect side, but again, my ADHD might just keep me all wacky and shit. So, Trichut, do you have the video?
Do I have the video? I thought you had the video.
Oh, I have the video. Hold on one sec. Again, this was totally last minute. I apologize. Okay, let me grab it up right
Remember just woke up and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring Tritron this, and we're going to watch this documentary. We were gonna watch it anyway, because
how do we put it in the playlist? God, there's so much.
It's at the top. Just give me the link. I'll do it.
I have the link. There we go.
Just post. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to watch the Bernie documentary. Again, this thing has released 8 years ago to the day. And this was like around the summer, or probably the summer months of BronyCon, and of course it's been the 1-year anniversary. This was supposed to be the original date I leave and go, like, if 2020 happened, we would have not done this documentary, or recap commentary. We would have not done it.
Wow,
I would have been
really
at
impressive.
Baltimore Hilton Hotel partying and preparing and all that sort of jazz at the Baltimore Convention Center. Probably smaller. But if COVID never happened, then I would be at BronyCon right now doing all this stuff. But hey, it's over and all that stuff. What's up, Bella? Nice to meet you.
What's up, Bella? What's up? Just another cartoon.
All
We
right.
got Black Dots.
Y'all are.
We've got 11 likes already.
Well, that's good.
That was fast.
I think it was mostly from the people that watch my drum covers having not seen this. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this commentary documentary thingy. If it can load. All right, play this.
One of my friends called me on Skype one day and said, "Hey,
Is that
have you seen
Garnica?
this show?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, it's called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and the internet is raving about it. You've got to see this show. It's so good." And I was like, "My Little Pony? My Little Pony?" I'm like, "Isn't that like a show for little girls?" And she's like, "Yeah, but it's great. Trust me."
I watch it for a little bit and I think, this isn't too bad. So I put on another one.
I was
and
that
another
guy.
one.
You've seen his lip.
Another one. The characters would speak.
There's Soul
They would
Rat.
end up with a
There's
smile,
Soul
and
Rat.
I would smile back at them because it was just. It was such a little.
Yeah,
thing,
he
but it
always
would make
screamed
my
a
day
lot
just to
at
see them smile.
MLP
It
episodes.
teaches so many good things.
And next thing I know, I was kind of leaning forward into my monitor, and I was like, this show is amazing.
And I thought, maybe I'm the only one who knows about this. Maybe I should start telling people. After at some point, I was like, wait a second. My Little Pony. I am getting excited about My Little Pony.
And so she's like, "Okay, so are you a brony?" I'm like, "Well, what's that?" And she's like, "There's this huge movement of, guys, in high school and college that are just so into the show, and they're going to cons, and they're like making music and art." And so she's like, would you call yourself a brony? Would you, be willing
Everything
to,
about
just
that
check
is
out
up
more
to
of this
date
stuff?
at
And I'm
this
like,
point.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're only a minute in.
Yeah.
It was then that I became a brony.
I'm a brony. I'm a brony.
And that's when I knew that I was a brony.
I
By the way, are
become a
they
brony.
like horse
And I
famous
am a
people,
brony.
or are they just random?
Some of them
I'm a brony
actually.
too.
Another disturbing trend.
And here comes
bronies,
the
grown men who love My Little Ponies.
This was.
I think I asked if they were gay.
Old men like pedophiles.
It's a little
Well, yeah.
more flamboyant.
You know what? Some of them
like a
were
girl.
pedophiles,
That's pretty
but
weird.
you know what? I'm
Creeps?
trying not to.
I've never
Yeah,
watched
let's
a
not
single
go there. Let's not
episode
tread that
of My Little
territory.
Pony.
Yeah.
There's definitely sexual deviancy involved.
Creepy.
There are worse hobbies for a young lad to have, like, terrorism. Am I wrong?
Bronies? Yeah, I don't know. That's on the edge.
Pretty twisted.
This phenomenon of brony conventions clearly was foretold in the book of Revelation. This is why we are toast. Over. Please get those pictures off of my show.
What? Book of Revelation. What the? I didn't expect that. By the way, way, Jan Animations, I think, made this.
Yeah, they did make this one. I remember this one quite well.
To fully comprehend this pony fascination, let me first sum up the previous of pony generations. Generation 1 appeared on TV in the 80s. It was made to sell toys, plots were hardly very weighty. And Generation 2, I do not mean to grouse and gripe, but these characters fell right into the girly
Oh yeah, Jenny had a problem with this.
Generation 3 is just too awful and too tragic. So let's jump to number 4, where friendship is magic.
I see something like ML Pony, and I'm like, you just felt My Little Pony.
Lovely animation
Yeah,
brought about great dedication.
I can understand
This
why
is where
people
we meet
might
the
have an
bronies,
issue with
for they
this,
like My
but
Little Pony. Yes, the bros enjoy the ponies.
Yeah.
So let's go and meet the bronies.
not that bad.
Bros love the ponies. Okay. Interesting.
I love flying. The airport is my second home. That's my greatest passion because it adds a third dimension to your life. People who limit themselves to the ground are missing out a lot because the world is just completely different
Yes.
up there, and it's just total freedom.
What I'd usually be doing right now is grabbing my friend Chris.
I don't
and
buy
Ethan,
this, but yeah.
and we'll just go out to a local pizza joint. We'll just go be teenagers. We just eat there, and then we'll go to Walmart. That's the thing to do around here is just go to Walmart. That's considered a hot date around this area. The rednecks will take their girlfriends to Walmart.
I'll take their girlfriend.
And this is one of the only places I can come and buy pony merch.
I don't
have
even know
a friend
what you're trying to
in
mock
there.
at this point.
He lets me know when the stuff
I don't know,
comes
just
in.
being stupid.
I'm waiting to receive
Yeah,
a text
I've
that Mikey
noticed.
left you. I'm excited for her.
This was at the time when My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic toys were at Walmart, Target, or anything like that. That was like the hot commodity.
I get a lot of weird looks from the rednecks.
You would have like staff members like guard the area.
I'm supposed to be competing with them somehow.
It was that serious.
I don't
It
see
was
the
that
fun in
serious.
My
When the
first
Brody fandom
exposure to
exploded.
My Little Pony was in an internet
That's
video
interesting.
collaboration. And this
Actually,
guy,
I really
he had
like
created
that,
a collaboration
that,
of the good shows that got a start in
Equestrian
2010.
thing.
And I saw the ponies on
see
there, and
the
I just
sign
couldn't get them out of my
button.
head. Like something
little
just
sign
caught
thing.
my eye about him. I don't know why, so I figured, well, I'll give him a chance. I gave it a shot, and I was hooked.
You see,
Mike,
that's the
take a
thing.
note,
The show
please.
gave me a chance,
I,
but it was a
Princess
mistake
Celestia,
because I was dumb and
hereby
stupid
decree
at the time.
that the unicorn Twilight
You're dumb and
Sparkle
stupid now,
shall take
shut
on
up.
a new mission for Equestria. She must continue to study the magic of friendship.
Uh,
She must
Mistakes as
report to
human
me
beings,
her
honestly.
findings from her
Yeah,
new
your
home
parents made
in
you.
Ponyville.
Yeah.
Thank you,
But
Princess
yeah.
Celestia. I'll study harder
I
than
remember
ever
watching this
before.
episode, like, I need to continue watching the episodes because it's
And
mildly
I was like,
interesting.
no, there's no way I'm watching this little girl show. I can't be liking this. You know, that's not right. You know, but something about it just kept me coming to it.
The show itself, of course, is about the magic of friendship, hence friendship is magic.
How did
And
Starlight
what really
Iron?
speaks to me as a grown man is that these characters
Real
are
name?
so deep and in-depth and
No,
complicated
it's
while
more
they
like,
each
what the
portray
heck
an
kind of name
element
is
of
that?
harmony.
Spirits of the elements of harmony
what the heck?
are right here.
Oh well.
Honesty, loyalty, laughter, kindness, generosity. When those elements are ignited by the spark
Yeah, that's good.
that resides in the heart of us all, it creates the sixth element, the element of magic.
I wanted to have a show about six
There is
characters,
our God.
6 girls, 6 ponies, who were friends with one another. I already
Oh
wanted
my God, her
Princess
hair
Celestia,
changed
I
a
already
lot.
wanted
You
Twilight
notice
to
that
be
BronyCon
her student
2019,
who
her
was
hair
displaced,
changed
and I
from, like,
had
8
her
years
in
later.
Mork and Mindy
Like, it's
style
more like
write letters
short
surmising what
or
she
whatever,
learned
but
about
Lauren
friendship
Faust's hair
at
was
the
like
end of the
long
episode.
back in 2012
Princess
and red.
Celestia.
It's still
I,
red,
I,
but it was
I
Never lose
don't
faith in your
remember.
friends.
No, I
They
don't
can be an
remember that because I
amazing
don't
source of
keep
strength
track.
and
I
can
saw
help you
Lauren
overcome
Faust
even
in
your
person,
greatest
but it was
fears.
at a
Always your
think it was
faithful student,
two
Twilight
separate
Sparkle.
occasions. Never got to meet her, but
Maine. Get it, Maine? Because Maine.
I'm one of those people who can be attached to
Horses have manes.
objects.
Oh, here we go.
Particularly one
Here we
which
go.
I had was
Pay
a
attention.
toy aircraft
Pay attention to
carrier,
Lyle.
because I always thought it was just cool, and it was my favorite toy for a while. But eventually got yard saled, and I got over it, obviously, because I have to grow up. I mean, I can't be like 50 or something and like all alone in my house with just a toy aircraft carrier going, yes. This I'm probably never gonna sell.
Lyle is very creative, very artistic. He enjoys building with Lego. He enjoys games on the computer, such as the Minecraft, Halo, that kind of thing.
Lyle is an excellent shot. When it comes to target shooting, he's got me beat by a long shot.
Wow.
Before I watched the show,
he might be a good rifleman then.
I was kind of sad and lonely.
Not gonna lie.
And then when I did watch the show, it opened up to this huge community because the community is just so accepting.
I used to have that shirt,
and it's just a
but
really great thing.
I gave it away or
It's
something.
not a show that you'd expect a lot of people my age and older to watch. The show
My,
does help teach a lot
aunt
of life
has
lessons.
a,
There's any
like a
episode that
job
can help
where
with
she
almost
works
any
with
situation.
disabled
Oh,
people, and there was one
Just told
brony,
each other the truth.
and I
Promise
gave up my
never to keep
T-shirt.
my feelings a secret again. Me too.
And he
Cross
was
my
very
heart and
happy.
hope to fly.
Very, very
Stick a
happy.
cupcake in my eye.
Since
I
I've
think
started
there's
watching the
something good
show,
of giving
I also
back
feel like I can
to
put up with a
the
lot of
invulnerable.
situations way better than I could have
Trying to watch
before.
Hang
He
on.
said, "What would you think, Mom, if I said I really liked My Little Pony?" And he'd been joking about this for a long time.
I was talking about how it was a good show, but her initial reaction was a bit like, eh.
He said, "I'd be worried about you, Lyle."
And it made me kind of nervous. Like she wouldn't really accept it if I was serious.
I didn't think he was serious.
And so I told her it was a joke. I was very nervous about my dad finding out. He might be thinking that I'm gay or a man-child or something.
There it is,
The internet has
gay.
kind of exploded into,
Joffrey
musicians and
Hellstrand.
artists and animators
Okay,
and all
that's
these people
better.
getting behind the show that they use the content from the show and build off that.
Now the one problem with the audio is like, oh, here we go. Oh my God, I think I know what's coming up. It's the Living Tombstone.
Why don't you get married with him already?
No, I'm
I
not
remember
gonna
discovering the show about
Yeah, you are.
I think half a year ago. The show really brought me all this this inspiration to create music.
All right.
And
I
that's
discovered
true to
that
the
making
day.
remixes about the show was a
I'll
popular
tell you
thing.
this, I was in a Discord call with
The
him a
chorus
couple
is a bit
times, and
messy
he
right
always
now.
mentioned that My Little Pony has helped him become the musician
It's kind of like messy.
he
at the
has.
moment.
So,
Every week I post something new. People got to know that, I make music, and I was like, oh, this is Living Tombstone. Let's check another stuff that I made this week. And then turns out people developed even parody videos with clips from the show.
Yep.
Here we go.
Mr.
Matrix, nice.
To see me?
So now he's found a way to copy himself. Now there's more than one of them. A lot more.
actually, I got chills almost, not gonna lie.
This is pretty well done.
That's usually
that's
around
Jay.
stuff like Skype or around forums. I remember talking to one of the biggest pony musicians. He goes by the name Alex Sass, and he was like, dude, you gotta make a remix of one of the songs from the show. And I remember that, I said, okay, fine, I'll do that. I mean, I took one of the songs from the show. I remember it was Winter Wrap-Up.
My little small MP3
Having lots
player
of views,
back in
1,000 views, 2,000 views, 20,000 views. My YouTube page, it's kind of funny to see myself like becoming one of the most subscribed people. I feel sometimes very lonely because I seem to be one of the only Israeli bronies.
The show itself is extremely well done. The art is fantastic, the writing is wonderful, and the voice acting is just, it's impeccable.
I don't see any issue with this so far, by the way.
Yeah, I don't see
I met Lauren Faust at Cartoon Network, and I liked her the moment I met her. She was creative and smart and insightful and had real clear vision of what she wanted on different things. And Lauren called me up one day and asked me if I'd played with My Little Pony toys as a little girl. Of course I did. I had every pony, I had every sticker, and she said it's been her dream to have her vision of My Little
Nice.
Pony be on the air, and could she come over and show me some stuff? And I said, sure. So we actually went upstairs to my little studio.
Dear Princess Celestia.
And I recorded Twilight Sparkle for her and Pinkie Pie, and I think it was either Rainbow Dash or Applejack for just the pitch. She did say
Well,
that
actually,
Pinkie Pie was
6 years
you know,
later,
party girl
she
and really happy, and
she
she
did a
wanted sort of
voiceover
high-pitched,
where she
really
tried
silly
to be
girl,
Pinkie Pie's voice in
girly
like
girl,
the Christmas episode.
and that she wanted
that
Twilight
was
to
really
be a little bit more
interesting
serious, still
what she did
likable.
as an
She's sort of the
experiment.
leader of the ponies, and book smart, and a little
Did you
bit
animate
nerdy,
this
but
as well?
still
Yeah,
someone you'd want to hang
did
out
as
with,
well.
and knowing that she
Yeah.
had to be, you know, bookish, but still cute. And it's right in that pocket where it's like,
Dear Princess Celestia.
today I learned, and then she'll talk about whatever it was about her friendship lesson of the day.
Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Once she heard my Twilight, she's like, oh my gosh, you're Twilight, that's my Twi.
My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is about a bunch of tiny, little, cute little herbivores that are facing down these titanic personified evils. And I think some days we all feel like that. We all feel like we're just a little small thing facing down these huge
Yeah, even
forces
though I'm a
that are
small
greater
musician,
than us.
that doesn't mean that, you know, you have people still supporting even today. Yeah, I like having the people that I have right now.
Animals I find much more like easier when I'm trying to relax or that, you know, cool down from talking with a lot of people.
It's a good way to relax and, you know, feel like
They don't have any sort of major demands, not
Feel like
emotional
all
demands
that.
anyway. So I feel like they're much easier to understand, interact with.
When I took him for his 3-year assessment, I was talking to the health visitor and Daniel was behind me, and she said to me, does he always do that? And I turned round and he'd lined all the chairs up in the room, right, really straight, all the way across the room, which he did with everything, his toys, video. He used to make a video, a line from the telly, all the way into the kitchen with videos.
Oh my God.
Anything
That's
he used to
actually
line
really
up.
cool.
So I said, yes, he always
Yeah.
does that. And she said, I think we need to have a talk. And he was diagnosed with Asperger's.
Actually, Asperger's is something that
Yeah, again, this is another
Having
thing Jenny had a
Asperger's
problem
is-
with.
I
So-
really can't explain it. It's basically not
I
being able
actually
to
don't see a
understand
problem
maybe
with
people's
this
emotions
whatsoever.
at a time, or understand why someone would do something.
I'm
on an
I'm watching this so
emotional
I could get a
level.
better picture.
Are they
Sure,
sad? Are they happy? Are they angry? Something like that is very difficult for someone with Asperger's usually.
Daniel first told me about 6 months ago.
I was thinking, oh, I like this show. I want pony stuff. How am I going to get about getting them without telling them anything about it? So I sort of just sat my mother down and said, okay, I'm going to tell you something a bit weird.
And I thought, oh my God, what is it? And he says, I really
Have
like
you
this
ever?
program. I want you to watch
I
it.
don't
Don't
know
say
if you've
anything.
ever
Just
told your
watch it.
parents about how you became a brony, but
I was thinking,
my
oh
transition
my God,
to
why
becoming
does he
a
like
brony
this?
was kind of ugly
And after
with
it
my
had
parents
finished, I thought,
because
well,
they thought it was a joke.
yeah, I can
They
see why he
thought I
likes
was
it.
being-
And I thought he's going to get obsessed.
Would you like
with
to
it. As soon as
pause?
I saw
Yeah.
it, I knew that he would be.
I think I remember one time when I was trying, you know, began to be, you know, try to tell my parents, hey, I'm a brony or whatever. And they just, because since I was like 13, 14, they thought it was dumb and stuff. They took away my phone and they were like grounding me or something, and they had no idea. And I'm like, no, legit, I like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It is a really good show and I really like it. And they come to the senses about it. Well, my dad still didn't get it and my mom still didn't get it. They were just like, oh, well, it's gonna turn you gay and be a creep or whatever. And I was like, no, it's a good show. Yeah, I really like it. I want to become a fan of that or whatever. So it was really tough trying to get my parents to believe me until I went to my first BronyCon, which was 2014, and then they started to realize, hey, I guess he really likes it. They thought it was just a phase, but it's like, no, legit. I have friends And now I've built to who I am as a person right now, with like doing drum covers and playing in a band. Like this show helped me to become a person who I am today. And it helped me through really hard times. So.
Be obsessed with it.
The ponies I would most relate to would probably be Twilight, because she gets very freaked out when elements don't go her way.
I mean, I can see a lot of him in
now
some of the
that's
characters.
Freaking cool.
So I thought I bet he
yeah.
can see himself in a lot of the characters.
If something she's trying to achieve goes out of her control or she fails at, she gets very anxious or agitated or very stressed out. Or she has a mental, psychological breakdown and goes crazy.
It looks like some ponies getting themselves all worked up over nothing. This is not nothing. This is everything. I need you guys to help me find some pony with a problem I can fix before sundown. My whole life depends on it.
Sometimes I have that kind of breakdowns or something like that.
And,
I know you have those kind of breakdowns.
Coping with certain situations, and I was wondering
yeah.
on the episodes I've watched whether perhaps one of the script writers were or knew somebody with Asperger's, because it was so similar.
I think what Jenny had a problem with the Asperger's thing was that she thought that the documentary was trying to portray bronies as only people with Asperger's. But no, this isn't the case.
Bilder gesehen von My Little Pony, die fand ich ganz nett, haben mir gut gefallen.
I just wish Jenny would not be spiteful about this. I mean, I see this as a
Yeah, I mean, like,
Als es dann endlich losging zu dem Meetup, habe ich dann noch
it's a passion project.
It's a passion.
Yeah, I can respect that, you know.
Haben wir dann entschieden, dass wir zusammen dahin fahren. Da habe ich dann einen Anruf bekommen von der ASO-Kapsel, eben weil ich meine Telefonnummer im Forum hinterlassen hatte.
Es war am Bahnhof, da war das Treffen und ich hatte Cupcakes gebacken, weil das meine Aufgabe gewesen war.
To be fair, I would still be pretty pissed off if people leaked
und ich
the
musste sie
thing.
dann auch verteilen, und beim Verteilen habe ich dann praktisch Ben auch wirklich das erste Mal von nahen direkt sehen können, und da war es dann eigentlich auch schon um mich geschehen.
Haben da dann noch gewartet, bis sie dann endlich kam, und da hat sie dann ihre Muffins noch verteilt. Habe ich sie dann das erste Mal gesehen, ja, nettes Mädchen.
Und das erste Mal, wo ich ihn gesehen habe, muss ich zugeben, war es natürlich das Aussehen, was mich beeindruckt hat. Dadurch habe ich mich dann so ein bisschen an ihn versucht ranzuschleichen, damit es nicht direkt auffällt, und habe dann festgestellt, dass es nicht nur das Aussehen ist, sondern dass er die gleichen Hobbys hat, dass er super lieb und nett ist, und das hat natürlich das Interesse noch weiter geweckt.
Als sie dann heimgegangen ist, hätte ich schwören können, dass sie mich ein bisschen länger umarmt hat als die anderen.
And magic makes it all complete.
My little pony.
To know you are my very best friend.
God. He is the luckiest son of a bitch. He is so fucking lucky.
Turn the volume down a little low, it's hard to hear anything. Okay, can you turn the volume of the video down?
Hold on.
Should I pause?
I'm known as Laser Pony on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, who said this?
David S. in the comment.
Turn the video down. It's hard to hear anything. Okay, yeah. We'll do that. Hold on.
Internet.
Can you hear us now? Try to speak.
When I make a new show, first I start with
let's see.
a notepad, just a physical notepad, and start writing down everything I hear in the song that I associate with the song. Like I hear a sad part, it made me think of violence, it made me think of this, it made me think of that. I write everything down. And
smiley face.
Eventually I have a whole
God,
paper
I
filled
forgot what the
with
meme
words,
was.
Which I then grab and make
Epic
a story out
face?
of, and I basically put
That's
some
what it's called, the
characters
epic
in the
face.
show and
Whatever, I'm so old.
associate them with those objects, associate
You mean young.
emotions that go on in the show.
I'm old.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
True, you are old. You're older than me. You boomer.
Drawing some frames, some test frames.
Also sponsored by Pepsi Max.
Hey! Doesn't drop too much.
By the way, this is very cool. The laser
Yeah,
equipment.
apparently the guy.
It requires a lot of precision, a lot of work.
legit, this guy got a like industry job at doing lasers. He's still a brony, but he doesn't like do brony conventions anymore. He's like commercial.
You're perceiving it as white.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's still 3 separate laser beams just tightly spaced together. So every kind of small misalignment will make a difference, and your audience will be able to see it. The elements of harmony playing a role in my life. I think generosity plays an important part. You know, making stuff for other people, like for free, just gives me a great feel that people can enjoy what I do.
Legit, that's so super cool. Now we're back.
Yeah.
In the
I was just
shop.
sitting here, I was just living day to day, you know, in the house. Just trying to get by, doing work for my father here and there, and I didn't really have anything to look forward to. Just, you know, to see the sunset, and that was it. You know, go to the next day. As soon as ponies came into my life, I was like, wow, I never want the day to end. You know, it's just such a positive outlet. Now I have something to look forward to.
You met that guy
have a strong
at the first.
stereotyping
His
that
stuff
if
is
you
all.
are
Oh yeah.
extremely masculine.
I didn't meet very many new people
You're homosexual, and in this
at
area,
BronyCon.
homosexualty is also
Really?
I just met my old friends.
It comes hand in hand that if you watch
Well,
a
you met
show
me. That
that's
was the hugest
target
moment in
audience
your
is
life.
children, small girls, then
Nah.
suddenly maybe you're
Nah.
homosexual, and then it's a reason to hate you.
If you choose to be a brony and
Oh, there it is, gay.
you're gonna have problems. You might get beat up. You can get cussed at. You can get
It
things
needs to be
thrown
about
at you.
20% cooler.
It's North Carolina.
Not an
What did you
easy thing.
expect? It's a freaking redneck state.
One night there was a few
Thing
rednecks
is,
standing
Jenny
in the
had a
car,
problem with people
with
dropping the word gay.
I couldn't move. They had tire irons, baseball
Like they
bats.
think you're gay.
Well,
and what-
here.
Just
Okay, I'm
got,
gonna pause this.
custom
Yeah.
Here's the deal. You are okay. First of all, Jenny, you gotta understand this. You are in redneck territory. They will call you gay
really impressive.
and a fag every single time. You gotta realize this, Jenny, that you are in North Carolina and South Carolina, and we don't play around. Like they will literally, just legit, just make your life a living hell. And I feel like that's what she's mistaken on. Is like, Andrew's a brony, yes, and you know, be free and all that, but you're going to have a problem with rednecks taunting you and making you a target. I'm just looking this at an outsider's perspective. And Jenny's like, oh, stop using that word. No, legit, like North Carolina rednecks will literally say that word and literally beat you up. That's just the hard, cold truth of reality. So.
Decals from my windows.
Okay, did you get that out of your system?
Yep.
Okay.
I had the proof point.
And they were kneeling up together, forming an archway, and it was just the coolest thing. And they went right to my back window, hit it a few times, and smashed it. This guy, he ran to his truck, came back out with his rifle he had been hunting with.
Oh, jeez.
I got pretty scared at that point. And, he was playfully aiming it at me like, you gotta stop this pony, little gay girly shit, and so he pointed it right at me, and I freaked out. I slammed the car in reverse and, just managed to get the whole side of this car just bashed up. And then I come home, and then of course my father saw the damage to the car, and he was a little angry, and I just had to explain to him like, oh, I ran off the road or something, or just try to cover it up.
It's too late already. It's 8 years ago.
We were asked to make a 2-part special, and I wanted it to be a great big story. We had this opportunity for a new villain, so we created Discord, and when we were writing the character, and we were pitching our premise.
We're probably gonna get some of that later.
Hasbro and the
I
Hub.
can smell it from here.
We were telling him he's like a trickster kind of character. They were a little uncertain at
The idea
first
of
until
Discord led to the
I
idea
said,
of Discord.
he's like Q from Star Trek.
I love Discord.
I like Discord
Can we
too.
get John
Hey, we're
Delancey?
talking with
Keep
Discord.
trying, Twilight Sparkle. Maybe the magic of friendship can help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some chaos to wreak. I think the bronies like Discord because he's
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
they're guys.
And I was looking at Greek mythology
Bro,
characters like chimeras and manticores. I wanted all of his body parts to be from a different animal. So that
Yeah, that's a little bit true, yeah, but...
This
Yeah.
again.
My first introduction to My Little Pony was I got a call from my agent
For
saying
them.
that
For me. For Equestria.
and I read the material. It was very good. I went in, I knocked it off, and completely forgot about it. 3 months later, I go down to my computer and I open it up, and there must be, I don't know, 300 or 400 emails, and they all say My Little Pony, and I call up to my wife and I said, "What do you know about My Little Pony?" And she said, "Well, you had voiced it about 3 months ago." I completely forgot about that. And she said, "It's a program for little girls." I said, "Well, let me tell you, these aren't little girls that are writing me."
There's a number of reasons.
Yes, because
people
little
love them. I
girls
think
have,
they were
like,
excited
coding
by
emails.
How epic that
Lol.
episode was.
God. Discord's legitimately one of the best characters in cartoon television history.
It was definitely not typical.
I'd argue Bill Cipher, but you do have a valid argument.
Without the
Yeah.
internet. But bronies now are starting to get together, at first at meetups, and then
I think this is good commentary, to be
Germany,
honest.
England.
What is there to say? All we're doing is it seems like we're just watching this out of pure spite for Jenny rather than actually try to enjoy it.
I am enjoying
So I
it.
came up with this
Yeah, I'm
plan
enjoying it
with
too because it's
By the
like
way,
what?
Try has
I
not
am
seen
willing to
this.
pay for the hotel.
Yeah, I
room.
have never
His
seen
dad would
this.
drive me up and pay for meals. So I told my parents that I wanted to take a trip with one of my friends. They weren't really keen on the idea. They don't really trust.
Because
me
I
as
don't even know what to
money
commentate on.
and whatnot. So
Just like
they
your reaction.
insisted
Because
that
you haven't
they
seen
go
this yet.
if I'm gonna go at
Yeah.
all.
Still commentary.
So they kept asking questions, and I eventually told them it
I
was
got
a
the
Comic-Con.
spaghetti.
So then that just got them more excited, and they were
Nobody
like,
touching
"Oh,
my
well, who's gonna
spaghetti."
be there?"
Nobody
And I was like, well, I
touching
just
my
kinda wanna go with
spaghetti.
my friend.
But yet I
This
couldn't
is
find
what
anything
our
on the
commentary
Bible.
has devolved into. You guys in the audience, you're all welcome.
Y'all
no,
are
my
welcome
parents,
too.
they're just
Our
fun
topic
to
for the
help.
commentary today:
Then eventually my mom just, curiosity
spaghetti.
got the better of her, and she looked it up online and all the information I'd given her. She found out about
And we lost the
BronyCon,
viewer. They
and she
hated
came downstairs
spaghetti.
to me one day with a smug look on her face,
Okay.
like
Whatevs.
asking me to elaborate, and I did.
All right, hang on. We gotta focus on Lyle.
Then
He was like one of the main points.
He's conservative. The major word I would use to describe my husband, conservative.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not really a Comic Con. She says, remember
It's all mine.
back in the 80s, My Pretty Pony? I went, yeah. She goes, it's like something to do with that. It's like, huh?
my dad is very conservative. I don't know how my dad reacts to me being a brony because he's very quiet about it.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah.
One thing for sure, regarding the convention, I'm nervous because of many things. First of all,
I
because there's
noticed
so many people
Tombstone's
on
hair
the
has
big
got
reason I'm coming to BronyCon
really shaved,
is I really
and he
want to
looks
have, like
like
one moment in my life to talk to the people
Slim
I've been
Shady.
talking to all this time.
I'm really afraid that it's going to be like live performing in front of the audience because
Oh my god, he looks
he's kind
just
of a
like
shy
him.
person, so I have no idea what's going to happen.
Brother and sister, so you know.
I never performed live at all, so hopefully I'm not going to mess up.
When I first get there, like when I'm driving in, I want to be seeing them all
Tombstone has
walking
messed
in
up
and
at
oh man, this is gonna be
concerts,
it's like
but
almost going to like
people
a rock
didn't give a
concert for your
shit,
favorite band.
still
Oh
had
man,
fun.
I'm gonna be so pumped.
All right, we're going to New York.
You know, legit, I was actually a shy person.
The first convention ever held for bronies, there were only 100 people.
It's purple tanky. Oh.
It's become a global phenomenon.
Well, I'm leaving early in the morning.
Now there are dozens of conventions.
We made a
just in the
meme on
United
our
States
Discord.
alone, dozens more in Europe.
I first saw the convention on Equestria Daily, I think. They were talking about a British BronyCon UK, I saw that and thought, brilliant. I don't have to travel to America, so I definitely decided straight away I've got to go to that convention.
Everybody
Anyone
has to go to a
considered
convention at
going
some
to a
point.
convention about something before?
The pony convention, I'm going to see people. See, yes, that's very ironic because I wouldn't normally go to a convention to see people.
He's organised everything himself. I haven't organised
He's taking
anything.
all the
He
ponies
wanted
with
to do
him.
it
They're
all himself,
capturing
so,
it.
Yeah, I think he's looking forward to it.
Well, I plan on getting to the convention by taking an hour train ride to Manchester. This is from getting from the train station to the Bridgewater Hall, where the BronyCon UK is being posted. I don't think I'd be comfortable asking people for directions.
For having Asperger's, he seems to be fairly functional.
As possible.
Well, you gotta realize
If I was in a
that
large crowd, probably
this is his
paranoia
first time. It was my first time
Sort of
trying to go
very
to a
aware of
convention as
people
well, where I
around
must
me.
have direct.
Yeah, but he seems like a genuinely nice guy, you know.
He's a genuine nice person.
Have you met him?
No, but I seriously hope he's still watching My Little Pony, or being a brony or whatever.
Through, a general
We'll
area
see.
such as Manchester.
We need to find out a backstory 8 years later of where those people are.
I would tend to want to rush, like get places faster. I'm gonna be anxious because it's not a new environment, but it's a different environment. People walking about, doing different things, and an environment I can't control.
Es gibt manche Ponys nicht als Merchandise, also baue ich sie mir